What up, YouTube? H-Dog going to be talking about this new report that cites that terms like red pill, based, and Chad is now listed as extremism according to the FBI, and I shit you not. I don't have a problem with the term red pill being listed as extreme. It's just the other two, Chad and based, I've never heard or be used in an extreme manner. According to new documents that's titled Involuntary Celibate Violent Extremism, that words like red pill, Chad, and based are considered extremism. And here is a whole glossary of words that's been listed as extremism according to the FBI. Amazing hero going ER supreme gentleman. A reference to IVE attackers Elliot Rodger and Alex Manajan going ER often is used to state an intent to emulate Rodger by committing a mass attack. Rodger described himself as a supreme gentleman. Ascension, a term used to describe an incel leaving incel status by gaining sexual or romantic attention. Cell, a suffix which is added to words to describe specific types of incels. Examples include bald cell, incel who's bald, height cell, incel who's short, rape cell, incel who condones rape, escort cell, incel who supports use of prostitution to gain sexual attention, Chad, Preet, Chain, Tyrone. Race-specific term used to describe idealized version of a male who is very successful at gaining sexual and romantic attention from women. Incels unsuccessfully compete against Chads for attention. So far, I'd like to say that some of these words I've never even heard of. Femode, fold, rotisel, terms used to dehumanize females. Just be first, JBF, a phrase used to describe the targeting of minors for sexual advances in order to be their first sexual experience before their perceived corruption by society is justified by some as the only chance incels have to ascend from incel status. Well, them red pill dudes typically do target 18-19-year-olds, so it's over. A comment which describes the hopelessness of being an incel. The typical response to this comment is, "It never began." LDAR, acronym for lie down and rot, which is perceived as the only option for incels to cope with their incel status. Looks matching, a term used to describe the matching of attractiveness level of both romantic partners, which incels see as a solution to the perceived problem of unattractive men having no potential partners. Looks maxing, the process of self-improvement with the intent to become more attractive. MG Tau, acronym for men going their own way, which refers to an online community that is overlapped with the incel community. NEAT, acronym for not in education, employment, or training, which signifies that a person is truly hopeless, not used exclusively by incels. Normie, blue pill, densive terms used to describe normal people, not used exclusively by incels. Ah yes, the term blue pill that is widely perceived and used by the red pill community. Call people who don't believe in that rhetoric or don't even entertain that shit blue pilled. And if it makes me blue pilled by not entertaining that shit, I'm blue pilled to hell. Red pill, black pill. Red pill refers to a belief shared by many online communities that society is corrupt and that the believer is a victim of this corruption. Black pill, which is specific to incels, refers to a belief that this corruption can only be changed through massive societal restructuring, often including violence. What the hell? Rope, a reference to committing self-deletion by swinging. Stacy, an idealized version of a female who is very successful at gaining sexual romantic attention from men, chooses Chad over incels. Boy, they sure didn't teach us these words in school. Oh wait, there's more. 1488, also 14 and 88 individually, usually refers to 14 words coined by deceased RMVE David Lane. We must secure the existence of our people and a future for white children, or less commonly because of the beauty of the white Aryan woman must not perish from the earth. The use of 88 refers to HH for high. I'm not even gonna parentheses, sometimes called echoes. RMVE is often used as triple parentheses around a name to indicate the person is Jewish or that an institution is under Jewish management. accelerationism, a concept holding the existing social order should be pushed to such a degree that Western countries become failed states, giving rise to changes that would reshape the world in radical ways. Adherents advocate for acts of social disruption, including violence, and taking violent action to prompt responses that would gain support from those advocating for the superiority of the white race. Wow. Alt-right is short version of alternative right, a loosely associated movement of identitarians, white nationalists, and others who reject traditional conservative politics and advocate for the preservation and protection of the white race and Western civilization. Based. RMVEs use the term to refer to someone who has been converted to racist ideology or as a way of indicating ideological agreement. Now, actually, I've seen that term used loosely on Twitter a lot to describe certain people and not anything to do with racism. Blood and soul, a slogan used by the Nazi regime that some RMVEs adopt to assert racial purity and ties to the land. Day of the Rope, a reference to the plot of the Turner Diaries, specifically a day when race traitors were executed in public swingings. RMVEs often use the terms online to threaten or imply violence. Goy's Goylem, a Hebrew term used to describe non-Jews, which RMVEs sometimes ironically apply to themselves and fellow RMVEs to set themselves apart from Jews. Great replacement theory, which I've heard about a lot, first popularized among European nationalists based on a 2005 book of the same title. The term refers to the belief in conspiracy to replace the white race in Western culture through high non-white birth rates, mass immigration, and other measures. Also, the title of the manifesto of the individual who attacked mosque in Christchurch, New Zealand in March 2019, see also white genocide. Yikes. Jews will not replace us. You will not replace us. Slogans used by RMVEs in response to perceptions that Jewish conspirators or others plotting to replace white people through high non-white birth rates, mass immigration, and other measures. This is nuts. LARPing is on here, a term which stands for live action role playing. Originally meant to describe a role-playing game in which participants act out their roles as fictional characters, RMVEs and their associates use the term online to deride individuals accused of not being as extreme or in possession of skills or other valued characteristics they claim to have. It's crazy that racists end up ruining LARPing for people. O refers to the politically incorrect discussion boards on 4chan and 8chan used by some RMVEs to broadcast their violent intentions and RMV ideology. You know how down bad you gotta be on 4chan or 8chan for that matter? Rahawa, racially holy war, is a belief in which white power circles that whites should take up arms and fight a race war against Jews and non-whites. Red pill, in the context of RMVE ideology, taking the red pill or becoming red pilled indicates the adoption of racist, anti-Semitic, or fascist beliefs. Showed, a Hebrew term for the Holocaust. RMVEs sometimes adopt the term to make light of the Holocaust in an anti-Semitic context to describe the deletion of their social media accounts. Siege culture, a term used to describe ideology and operational themes advanced by adherents to James Mason's siege. Individuals who adopt these ideas are often said to have been siege pilled. White genocide refers to some RMVE's belief that the white race is in danger of extinction due to forced assimilation engineered by a Jewish conspiracy or brought about by demographic changes, feminism, multiculturalism, interracial relationships, abortion, and other social forces. Zionist occupied government, ZOG, also called Jewish occupational government or JOG, serves as a reference to the belief that a Jewish conspiracy controls the government and manipulates it to counter the interests of the white race, such as through politics to advance white genocide. And shout out to all them people who really believe in white genocide and the Great Replacement theory. I hope you're somewhere in a padded room. Now, it is insane that the word red pill is being used and grouped up with a whole bunch of racist extremist ideologies. But I gotta really look at the red pill creators who kind of made this happen. Not all of them, of course, but there's some bad actors within that space, within the manosphere space. That is the reason why the red pill is being used or grouped in with a bunch of extremists. All it takes is a couple bad actors to make the entire sector look bad. Because think of it like this. If you remember being a kid in school, and if one of the kids in the class misbehaved or did something wrong, nobody goes outside and plays. This is exactly like that, because somebody in the space, in the classroom, messed up. Now everybody's an extremist. I'm kind of curious as to how this will affect any of the red pill content creators or folks in the manosphere. I don't know if the FBI is going to put all their channels on a watch list, but it's going to be interesting to see how this plays out. But apart from that, I find it a bit interesting that the terms Chad and based are grouped in here, unless if it's been used in an extremist way that I didn't know of. And for the record, there was a bunch of words on that list that I never heard of until today, but I guess you learn something new every day, right? But with that being said, let me know what you guys think about this in the comments below. Till next time, it's been H-Dog here, and I'm out. Peace.